What's going on, everyone? Dragonzard is back with another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. Today we're going to get subscriber Caleb once again. Before we get started, as always, please show me some love. Hit the like button below, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at DragonzardX. As always, I really appreciate you guys' support, your comments, everything. Just keeps this channel going, keeps me motivated every day. I cannot tell you guys enough how much I appreciate all of you. So like I said, we're going against Caleb. You might recognize him. We've battled a few times. And I've never beat this guy, and that's why I love going against him, because this guy is such a strategist. I usually make a few good plays, and then he just makes a few better predictions or whatever, so I really try to bring my A game this time. You guys know I'm going on vacation coming up real soon, so I'm trying to bulk record a bit. And I challenged this guy to a best out of 3 match with 3 different tiers, and he agreed to it. I was stoked. We're going to be doing OU, UU, and mixed tier. So right now, let's jump right in, Right now we're starting off with OU, as you can see. I'm bringing the Choice Banded Staraptor, the Life Orb Greninja, Mega Manectric. We brought the Florges this time. I know Florges is UU, but it's still quite a powerful special wall, and that's why I brought it. I'm bringing the Physical Goodra once again, and I'm also bringing the Ferrothorn, which is something... I really like Ferrothorn. I don't really bring it that much, because you guys know I stay in UU most of the time. But, I have a love-hate relationship with that thing. I really do, because it's such a pain whenever I go against it. It's always hard for me to beat. It always causes so many problems. But when I use it, I do kind of like it, actually. So you see Caleb here. He's bringing the Magnezone. He's bringing the Feraligatr, the Tyranitar, the... Oh, what is that thing? Breloom, the Garchomp, and I can never remember that last one's name either. Scolosis? I'm probably butchering that name so bad. Anyway, let's jump right into this battle. It's going to be a good one. Like I said, I've never beaten this guy, and I really want to see if I can at least get him one time out of these 3 matches. So let's go. Caleb is issuing a challenge. Caleb rocking that stylish hat over there. I don't even know. Alright, so he leads with a Psychic type. I lead with my Staraptor. Reuniclus, that's what it is. I get my Intimidate off. I don't think he's going to stay in. So I actually go for the U-turn here, predicting him to switch out. He does switch out, fortunately for me. And I am able to get off my U-turn and get switch initiative here. So right away, I'm doing decently. I felt as comfortable as I've ever felt going against this guy, because as you see, he didn't really have a lot of OU team to begin, or pokes to begin with, so I figure if I'm going to beat him, this might be my chance, because I really have not been able to beat this guy otherwise. So he goes into the Magnezone, switches back out into the Reuniclus, and I know I predicted the switch, but at the same time, I had to go for the Overheat. I really did, because, it was just too good to pass up. I couldn't pass that up on the off chance that he did stay in. So I do go for the Overheat here, and I do believe right here, I do get a crit, and I felt bad for this. I was like, man, that stinks, I'm sorry. I go for the Volt Switch again, get another crit, and that's enough to take him out, and I jump ahead. I was hoping this would be a pretty hacks-free match. Even though I'm probably going to need all the help I can get, because like I said, this guy is really that good. I have not beaten him yet. So I Volt Switch back out to my Staraptor, because Staraptor hits pretty much everything out here pretty hard. So he goes into the Garchomp, and I switch out into the Ferrothorn, thinking he's going to be a physical attacker. I don't think it's this point. Rock Slide doesn't do too much to me at all, obviously, but I predicted him going for the Rock Slide to the Stone Edge. Yeah, it is right here. I do make a mistake here. I go for the Leech Seed, and I completely forget he's got the Magnezone there. Now I go for the Gyro Ball, trying to get some damage off. I should have went for the Leech Seed. Totally forget he's got the Magnezone, and now Magnezone has Magnet Pull, so I cannot switch out. So now I'm trapped in here, and he's going to try to set up all over me with Charge Beams. Really stinks. I did misplay this. You see me go for the Leech Seed there, know what he's about to do, doesn't matter, he outspeeds me. And now I'm in a little bit of trouble over here. So at this point, I know I've really got to power through. I can take the Charge Beams just fine, but if he keeps using it, he's going to get the special attack boost, and that's not going to be very good for me at all. Gyro Ball didn't do too much. I do Power Whip. With the Gyro Ball and the Power Whip, we see that it's actually... Nope, I did not get... The Gyro Ball actually hit Magnezone, I'm sorry. The Power Whip is not enough to take out the substitute. He gets off another Charge Beam. Like I said, it really stinks, because there's not much I can do at all right now. I do another Power Whip. The second Power Whip is enough to take out the substitute, I believe. Not very effective yet. The second one does make it fade. He's back now. I don't go for the Leech Seed again, knowing he's probably just going to sub up again. So, yep, there he goes. Subs up again. So I just go for another Power Whip. Like I said, hoping to get a crit, hoping to break the sub, something, because I know I'm not in a good spot right here. But it does look like so far I'm just kind of overpowering him a little bit, which is very fortunate, because it's the only thing I can do really at this point. He goes for the Hidden Power Fire. I am going to survive that, but just barely, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, I actually do lose to that. So he is able to take out the Ferrothorn with his Magnezone, which is really unfortunate, because the Ferrothorn really could have helped me out. You know, I completely forgot about that. He trapped me. You know, that was a great play on his part. So I go into the Manectric here, not thinking there's too much he can do to me. I go for the Overheat. I know that's going to take out the substitute. And I'm going to go for double Overheat, just so I can, you know, I know it should do a lot of damage to him, even with the special attack drop. He goes for the Hidden Power Fire. It's not going to be quite enough to take me out, fortunately for me. Gets his leftovers back. And at this point, I was actually willing to sack off my Manectric to get in my Staraptor and take him out, but fortunately I didn't have to do that. He switches out in his own right here. I do get the Overheat off on the Garchomp. Not going to do too much, but it is going to do a little bit of damage, and I am going to be able to switch out now, because the Magnet Pull would have worked on Manectric as well, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it does. So I go out into Florges. I know he's going to go for the Rock Slide with the EQ, and there's nothing else that really wants to take it, so I had to sack off my Special Wall pretty quick. Really stinks, but like I said, I felt like I needed everything else. So Florges takes a lot of damage there. I go out into the Staraptor, predicting the Earthquake again, and I make a good prediction here, because I kind of thought, you know, even if he goes for the Rock Slide, the Intimidate, I might actually survive it. I do get lucky. I also predicted the switch here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I did, because he went back into the Magnezone, and I actually go after the Close Combat right here. That's a Choice Banded Close Combat. Magnezone is not taking that at all. So you see me take out the Magnezone. Staraptor gets the drop. And, you know, I think I'm a little bit ahead right here, so I'm kind of feeling good. Don't want to get too comfortable, though, because like I said, this guy's great. So I go back out into the Florges, basically, like I said, sacking this thing off, because I feel like I need everything else. He goes for the Rock Slide just to be safe. That is going to take out the Florges, which, like I said, stinks, but I had to sack something off at this point. And at this point, I go out into Jiraiya, who is my Greninja. He withdraws the Garchomp. I still want to say, I think I go for the safe Ice Beam here, because Feraligatr was the only poke he had that could resist it. So that was still coverage for basically everything else. I do get off the Ice Beam here. It does decent damage, all things considered. I go for, he sees I got the Life Orb. I go for the U-turn right here, sorry I couldn't think of that word. Trying to get some more chip damage off and trying to get switch initiative, because I'm pretty sure he's going to try to Dragon Dance right here. So Jiraiya comes back to me. I go out into the Manectric, and he does go for the Dragon Dance. And he surprised me right here, because this is a timid Mega Manectric. I thought I would outspeed even after one Dragon Dance, but apparently I don't. Because you see him get off the crunch right there, which really stinks. Because like I said, I thought I would outspeed. I've got Mega Manectric's base speed is 130, so I was really surprised whenever I did not outspeed there. But I go for the Volt Switch, knowing one's going to take him out. And now I get to go back out. I want to say I go back out into my Greninja at this point. Let's check and see. Yep, I go back out into my Greninja, knowing that Greninja hits everything pretty hard. He goes out into Breloom, and this kind of stinks, because I know he's got the Mach Punch, so automatically I switch right back out. Go back into the Staraptor, who I know can take it. And, let's see. I think I made a bad prediction right here as well. No, no, the prediction was the switching out the Greninja. I didn't want to switch out the Greninja at first because I thought he might predict me knowing he had the Mach Punch. I thought he might go for the Spore and automatically Spore whatever I switched out into. So that was pretty close. That one really stunk. He got the Spore off. Not much I can do. Really stinks at this point, and I know whatever I switch into, he's gonna Mach Punch it. I go into the Goodra, predicting the Mach Punch, and he actually goes for the Drain Punch right here. Yeah, right there, you see the Drain Punch. This is where things kind of start to go downhill for me a little bit. He gets some HP back. He gets another Drain Punch off, and that does a lot more than I want it to do. Takes me down. It's a 3-hit KO, basically, and he gets a lot of his HP back. And I go for the Earthquake here. This is my physical attack Goodra, and that doesn't do nowhere near what I wanted it to do. Probably should have went for the Outrage, but I was fearing the Tyranitar coming in and being locked in, not being able to switch out. So I do go back out into my Staraptor. He gets the attack drop, goes for the Drain Punch. That actually isn't going to take me out. I'm able to go for the Quick Attack here, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to be asleep anyway. And he goes for the Mach Punch. So, Staraptor's down. That really stinks because Staraptor could have done a lot to the rest of his team. Like I said, I let him get Spored. I should have predicted the Spore and switched out into the Goodra, who actually has Sap Sipper. So I think if I predicted that, that would have been a game-changing prediction. He goes out into the Tyranitar here, and I didn't know what he was going to go out into. So I knew he was going to switch though. So to be safe, I went for the Dragon Tail. Just, that way if he didn't switch out, the Breloom still would have been dead. And it drags out the Garchomp, which is about the worst thing that could happen to me. At this point, I really have no choice but to let Goodra go down. Because I know he's not outspeeding the Garchomp, and that Garchomp is actually Scarfed, I want to say. I think I find out later that he is Scarfed. Because I think he does... No? What happens here? Yeah, he is Scarfed because he does outspeed Jiraiya. Which I don't think he actually outspeeds him normally, I want to say. But I go for the Ice Beam here. That is double weakness, and Jiraiya gets stabbed from that, and it's a crit. So Garchomp is done, but due to Life Orb and due to the Sandstorm, Jiraiya is actually going to go down too. At this point, all I've got left is the Mega Manectric, and he's got the Tyranitar, and he's got the Breloom still. So all he had to do was Mach Punch me, but he actually goes out into the Tyranitar here, not quite sure why. Goes Mega, probably just to show that this was his Mega. And that's GG at this point. There's nothing I can really do. You see me go first, because I'm faster. I get the Thunderbolt off. Doesn't do bad damage, all things considered. He goes for the Dragon Dance here. Again, not sure why. But he does, knowing he can take the hit. Gets the speed up, gets the attack up. I take Sandstorm damage. Go for another Thunderbolt. I still outspeed him, fortunately for me. Doesn't really matter much though, because it's not going to be enough to take him out, and the crunch is going to be more than enough to take me out. So, game 1 came much closer than I came at all to this point. I think the first time we fought, he got me like 5-0. So now he beat me 2-0. I'm moving on up. I'm getting a little bit better. Maybe I can get one win out of these 3 fights. So thank you guys for watching. Caleb, good game, good match. Like I said, it's the best of 3, so there's 2 more out there. This is OU's, we still got UU and Mixed Tier coming up. And there might be kind of a surprise in the Mixed Tier one, so you guys need to stay tuned for that. Again, thank you guys for watching. I'm the Dragonzard. I upload videos daily. If you guys are new to the channel, if you watched all the way through, welcome to my channel. If you like what you saw, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at DragonzardX. Thank you guys one more time for watching. Dragonzard out.